Hey, what's up, good people? Shelby here. Welcome to my channel. As you can see, my background is different because I am not at home. If you're following me, then you know I've got this whole Shelby Ruth on tour situation happening. I have a number of trips that are planned. Some are for work, some are for fun, some are to see family, some are family and fun. Actually, I don't have any trips that are family and not fun. I think I'm I think I'm blessed in that aspect. Anyways, I am super excited because I have been just in love with my Juvia's Place palette. This is the Mini Masquerade palette. If you don't know Juvia's Place, or if you're not familiar with the pigment or the dopeness of these palettes, you are about to be introduced. If you would like to see the look that I put together with this palette, which is, let's face it, I mean, to die for. To die for. Then you need to stay tuned. And if you are not already not going to be one of the folks that could have won my last giveaway, you should probably subscribe, fam. You should be following me. Like, go down to the button, hit the like button, hit the bell button, hit the subscribe button, join the family, follow me on Instagram. Like, I'm in places. I'm out here, fam. let's get into the video. I don't know where that accent came from. Yeah, welcome to my face. So first things first, gonna go in with some concealer for my eye just to set down a base. This is the Fenty in 360. It's the same color I used for my face highlight, for my under eye highlight rather. I'm thinking about getting some more of the Fenty. I'm just gonna use a Luxie brush to buff this in. Getting some more of the Fenty concealer, the no filter concealer, in a color corrector shade, because I really love how it sits on my skin. This particular shade is close enough, especially in my lighter areas, to act as my my highlight, but also on a no makeup day, I can put this on spots, put a little bit of powder on top, and then spray it, and it looks like just my skin, but like flawless, which I think is amazing. But I'm still a big fan of this concealer. If you haven't tried it, you should definitely try it. They're paired, I think everyone's aware of this, but they're paired by your foundation color has a complementary highlight color. So you don't have to find your color unless you like a brighter highlight. But for women who are not super and men who are not super well versed in makeup, like if it's just not your jam yet, it can be, but if it's not your jam yet, it's like Rihanna's team knew that there's a lot of people that were going to try out this kind of makeup just because it's hers, because they want to support her brand. And they wanted to make it easy for you to find your shade, because there is nothing sadder than seeing a woman with fantastic makeup, but her shade is not right. Like, it's beautiful, but it don't belong on her face. Y'all know y'all seen that. Too gray, too orange, too light, too bright. She out there. She out there. And then I'm going to pull a transition color out of a different palette. I'm actually going to pull it out of the Morphe, let's see, Happy Hour? Yeah, this is the 15H Happy Hour palette. I'm going to pull out this lightest shade Mixer right here. It's a matte. It's a fantastic transition shade. It reminds me of Culture, but a little bit cooler. Now, in my crease and up under my brow bone. Having a good transition shade that you have blended out really well as a starting point, something close to your skin tone, is one of the first steps in getting color to look good on your skin. I think another thing I want to point out, just for bright colored looks in general, it's really important to pick colors that are complementary, right? If you would wear them together, if they're in the same color family, as a starting point, that's always a great place to start for color. So for example, I'm gonna go into Zobo, this purple, this pink, and then a shimmer, and then another shimmer. You could do the greens together, you could do the blues together, you could do greens and blues together. When you're ready, you could do purples and blues. It's not as intimidating as it looks, but I know that when you see looks on people's faces, it's like, how did that happen? And you could ask her in like the comments, but like it might take a while for her to get back to you. So yeah, going in with Zobo, which is the purple, and it's matte. And matte colors they can seem challenging to work with, but they always blend really well. So in areas like your crease, or even in the corner of your lid, or in your lower lash line, matte bright colors are going to perform really well. shimmery colors or like metallic colors that are also bright, they tend to do better on your lid or in your inner corner. You can do them on the outer corner of your eye, which is this area here, or in your crease, but the glitter tends to get away. So it's always good to put it somewhere where it's kind of a flat surface. It's not necessarily touching another piece of your eye because one, the color will transfer, but two, blending is really important in your corner, your crease, and above your crease. And sometimes it's challenging to blend glitter shadows. So I'm gonna go ahead and just put this in my crease, just like we talked about. And for for clarification, the crease is pretty much that fold, all right? This fold in between the top part of your lid and the lower part of your lid. You can do this with a flat brush like this, which is dense. You can also do it with a smaller shader brush that's pointed. You don't want to do it with a great big, like fluffy brush like this. You can blend with this, but I wouldn't actually put it in your crease with this. And then I'm going to blend on the outer edge of this brightest color with my empty blending brush into the transition shade that I first put down. One way to make sure that color looks good is to make sure, as we said, one, that it's placed appropriately, but two, that if you feel like it's gone up too far, traveled out too wide, if it's out too far, where it's just too much toward the outer corner, you can always use a makeup wipe, wipe it off, and shape it to however you like, whether that's a wing or a curve or some other exciting shape that I might not have thought of yet. At the brow bone, though, something that helps color look vibrant but not overwhelming is to go back with whatever your transition color is and to kind of go over the space between your brow and the top of the color and just blend it in. Then it looks a little bit more tame and it brings it down a bit. You do still need to go back with your clean blending brush and blend it back together, but it can give it a softer gradient and make it look more controlled and a little less overwhelming. So like this eye is a little bit more tame because I brought the color down just a little bit. This eye, the color is a little higher. So all I do is I take my brush and use my transition color, which is the same one out of the palette. It's called Mixer. And I'm just gonna go back and forth. I'm just gonna add this right below the brow bone out toward the edge in the shape that I want it to be. On the lid, I'm actually going to go even brighter. I'm going to take this pink right here. It's called Bori. Here, it's matte and it has some gold flecks in it. So I'm going to add this to my outer corner and I'm going to pack this on here. And pretty much blend it with the purple that's out in my outer V. And then pack it onto the lid. Ooh, look at that pink. Look at that pink. Bori is that chick. I don't know what Bori means, but I feel like she's dope. Like it's a different language. Juvia's Place is made by a sister. It's Black owned and it has a lot of inspiration from the continent. I'm just not sure what Bori means because I don't speak anything from the continent. So for your lid, I like to think of my lid in thirds. I think of my outer corner, my middle, and my inner corner. Sometimes I'll split the inner corner in half, but for the most part, it's three zones, okay? So I'm gonna start with the outer third, and I'm gonna fill it with the pink. I have a little bit more to go, and then I'll start adding a shimmer and then another shimmer. I think we agreed on Dahlia and Giza for the color. I think you can tell at this point I'm not going to cut the crease. It's another step of challenge that I don't think we need right now. But two, these colors are incredibly pigmented and so I feel like they're easy to work with and I don't need to have a new base of concealer to make them pop. With bright colors, it's always good to prime your eye, which is why I primed with my Fenty first because it'll give it something to grab onto. It won't slide off. And I use a lighter color because it helps the color pop even more. But when you're not cutting the crease, it's okay to just use your base concealer as long as it's clear. If you have color on top of it, you may need to go ahead and just add some more concealer so that it has something to grab onto and doesn't have shadow mixing together. And that's a challenge with colors. Once you add enough of them together, they're going to turn brown. So having them in distinct locations and then just blending them at the edges keeps them from being muddy. All right, so now we're ready for shimmers. I love shimmers. They're so much fun. Like, I like bright colors, but I also just love shimmers. So I'm going to start with Dahia, and then I'm going to go into Giza. And you can always wet your colors. I used to think that you could not. I'm just going to go in with Dahia now. I used to think that you could not wet your matte shades. Oh, it's so gorgeous. I used to think you couldn't wet the matte colors, and then I was in the store, I was in the MAC store, and the lovely lady there said, no, you can wet them. And I tried it, and it actually worked out really well. I thought they would be chalky, but they weren't, and it really was a little surprise for me. So with this shimmer, I'm taking it up into the crease, but not too high because I don't want it to transfer. If it's too high, then when you open your eye, the glitter will get onto your upper lid. That's part of the reason I think that people will do cut creases when they're doing incredibly complex looks, because they want to make sure that the colors don't transfer. Then going in with still trusty clean brush, going to blend the edge of the purple and the shimmer. And you know, makeup is interesting. There's no right or wrong way to do things. There are some things that look better based on your eye, and then there are things that are more effective from a functional, I guess, stance, like they stay on. But you can blend or not blend to your personal taste. Like, I like to have a little bit of line of demarcation, but some people blend so well that I think, did pink and silver just get married and have a baby? Like, amazing. It just depends on the look you're going for. And if you don't know what you're going for, just keep going until you like it. Like, flat out, there's nothing wrong with that either. Okay, so now we're ready for the brightest shimmer in the palette, and that is this one, Giza. And Giza is not like a geezer, not like I was joking previously, hardy har har har. Giza's a pyramid. There are like 3 of them in Africa, in Egypt, I want to say. I don't know which kingdom, I don't know which pharaoh, but I know what I know. Be proud of me for that, doggone it. I didn't even have to Google that. Using the same brush, I just kind of cleaned it off. I'm going to go in to my inner corner, woo, and press and pull to lay this product down. I find that the press and pull, bend and snap. The press and pull, if you know where that's from, go down to the bottom in the comments and tell me where it's from. Bend and snap. Press and pull tends to work with most formulas. So there are some that are drier. There are some that are kind of a wetter formula. It just depends. You'll know when you start playing around with them. All right, so for the most part, the eyes are done. I will do something on my lower lash line. I was thinking about doing a contrast color as my liner, but for now, I think I'll leave it alone. I do have a glitter liner that I think I will use. It's a liquid liner. First, I'm going to line my waterline with a black liner. This is the Maybelline Long Lasting Drama Matte in black. Just gonna line my upper and lower lash line, tight line real quick. So there's something new I've been trying that I feel like has really been making my makeup win. I've been laying down black liner first and putting other liner on top of it. I know this step might seem extra, and if you're skilled enough to get your colored liners onto your lid, if you're skilled enough already to get your colored liners onto your lid without making huge mistakes, I respect you. Like, you and I need to talk. I need to learn from you. But the guide helps me so much. So first, I'm going to bring this. I'm going to start with my flick. There's my flick. And then bring it in. And I'm going to take the Space Cowboy with a very small applicator and follow the same line. Okay, so both eyes are done. We have Space Cowboy on both sides. I think it looks good. I think it's popping enough, but not too much. And then with the waterline, I like the way it's playing with the black that's in my waterline. It's popping, but not popping too much. It's working, it's working. It's time for me to do the rest of my face. So I'm going to do my foundation, do everything, and we'll come back and do lips and probably highlight. I like doing highlight and blush with you all. So I'm gonna do that with you, but I'll go ahead and do my foundation. Nothing to see here, just my normal Makeup Forever Velvet Matte and then my Fenty concealer. Since you've been gone, yeah, since you've been gone. My foundation, I used my Makeup Forever Velvet Matte, which I love. Didn't do anything groundbreaking. I'm gonna go ahead and blend in my contour with my beauty blender. And I like this, I like using cream products and the beauty blender because I like that it gives you a really nice, just like a dispersed kind of a contour. It almost borders on bronzer, but it's not, depending on, of course, what color your contour color is. But it spreads out so nicely, and it gives a nice, like, subtle but definite cut to the face. And then the beauty blender just kind of, it just works. I'm gonna go in with this Alamar palette, the Colorette Blush Trio. Go ahead and spray my face with my e.l.f. Mist and Set Spray. I'm gonna put on my lashes and I'll be back. I'm gonna be using my Baddie B Baddie Lash, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I got my head wrap on, hair is down, lashes are on, and I think they are popping. There are not a lot of things that give me the same feeling. Like, even my voice is breaking with emotion. There are not a lot of things that give me the same vibe that the Baddie B lashes do, but they are just, I mean, they're like everything, aren't they? Yeah, they are. I put on some earrings and I'm ready. We ready for some lips, okay? So I'm gonna go in with the Fenty Popsicle in the shade Tropic Tantrum. I love these lip balmy, they're not lip balms because they have a lot of pigment, but they're also not as opaque as lipsticks. They're hard to explain. They feel really good going on, and the colors are bright, but don't let that fool you. Again, playing with color, a lot of it is finding things that go well with your skin tone, that fit the color scheme that you already have going. And then also it's just using techniques that maybe you haven't tried before. So if you are not a fan of lip liner, but you like bright lipsticks, you may need to try some lip liners. So this time I'm going in with the Maybelline Color Sensational Cream Lip Liner in the shade Almond Rose. Ready to go in with Popsicle. Yes. Tropic Tantrum. Look at let's take a moment for the packaging. The packaging is so cute. It's the same Fenty Beauty shape, but it is brighter and plastic and just, it's everything summer. Everything. And don't forget that blending is your friend. You have the and don't forget that blending is your friend. Use your finger, use your lips, go ahead and blot them together. Just make it work so that everything comes together just nice and intentional and glorious. Glorious. You can tell I like this look because I keep looking at it. That is it. This is my final look. I hope that you like it. This popsicle situation, I feel like I've been trying to wear it like every day, but it doesn't go with everything. I don't think, like, it goes with a lot of things, but like if my eyes are like, you know, neon green, which they have been, this doesn't necessarily go. It actually does clash, but I like that there's something about the formula on these and the colors that are there. I think there are 5 of them or 6 of them. I would say 90% of them work on most people. So I think that that's actually pretty impressive considering how bright they are. But still, this color, winning. So I hope that you enjoyed this makeup look, putting it on, talking about it, the pointers about how to wear color without being overwhelmed. If you have any thoughts about this, if it was too simple or if it was too complex, if you'd like to see more, go down to the bottom, let me know in the comments. I love your feedback. I love when y'all talk to me. It helps me know not only putting out things that you're interested in, but hopefully that you want to see more from me. So again, if you have not commented, liked, or subscribed, go hit all three. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. Have an awesome day, and ciao for now.